Hey guys, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. I'm sorry that I've been so absent lately. I just have been so consumed with my new adventure. I started a bookish podcast. It's going so well. We have so many downloads already. We're on Instagram under Books Booze Pod, also on Twitter under Books Booze Pod. Our first episode was just released. Do not judge us on the audio quality of that episode because unfortunately I was a bit of a dick and I didn't know how to edit it properly and sync everything together, but episode 2 is coming out soon and that one is much better, let me tell you. Now that being said, that's the reason for my absence, and I have a little bit of a book haul to share with you today, so let's get on right into it because I'm excited. The first book I have to show you is Believe Me by JP Delaney. JP Delaney wrote The Girl Before, and I absolutely loved that book last year. One of my favourite books of the year actually, and I have been so excited to read this one. This book is about a girl called Claire Wright. She's got my surname, I already love her. She is working for a divorce law firm, and she poses as someone that helps entice men to stray from their marriage or something while going through a divorce or something. So it sounds bloody awesome, and I really like the sound of that aspect because I am one, strangely enough, that enjoys, you know, love triangles and adultery in novels. When one of Claire's targets becomes part of a murder, Claire is then asked to kind of get everything out of this guy, you know, lure the truth out of him into what really happened with this whole murder. And I just think that sounds amazing because it's got like the juicy kind of cheating element, it's got the murder, it's kind of got everything I love in a book, and it's JP Delaney. I know I've only read one of the books by this author before, but I did love it, so I have really high hopes for this one, and I might actually just go and dive right on into it as soon as I finish filming this. I also got Miss Subways by David Duchovny, which I heard about through Erica from the Perks of Books. This book is bloody strange. I started listening to it when I was on my road trip with Mark, and it's narrated by David Duchovny, which is fantastic because he's just so sexy and I love his voice. But the book itself it's got quite a dystopian-y kind of element to it. Like this woman finds herself in this predicament with like some kind of god where she's got to forget about her husband or boyfriend or whatever he is, her partner, and just never think about him again in order to save his life. And then it's how fate kind of brings them back together, and that fucks everything up. But David Duchovny just kind of goes on these complete tangents with it, and I just don't know like what half the book is trying to say. Like some of it's actually really interesting and intriguing, and David Duchovny's writing is still brilliant, but there's a lot of just really random elements to this that I just don't quite get. Then I got a book called Social Creature, which I've seen a lot of on Instagram. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this beautiful cover? Anyway, this book is about a girl called Louise, and she is an aspiring author. She lives in New York. I mean, come on, that just speaks to my soul right there. She then meets this girl called Lavina, and Lavina kind of takes her under her wing and starts sharing her life with her and her drugs and her friends and her Uber account and all these cool little things that this chick has going for her. And Louise then realizes that she actually really wants to be Lavina, and I think it kind of gets a bit kind of psychopathic, like she kind of maybe gets a little bit obsessed with Lavina at some point. So it sounds brilliant and I am really looking forward to it. I also got All the Hidden Truths by Claire Askew, which was sent to me by Hatchet Australia. So this absolute prick called Ryan walks into a college, kills 13 women and then himself, but no one really knows what his motive was. So was he really a prick? To me, sounds like it, but that's what this book is about. Pan Macmillan Australia has sent me a very exciting book, and that is Liane Moriarty's new book, 9 Perfect Strangers. I show you the spine because the cover, it's obviously a uncorrected proof copy. It has all these kind of praises on the front of it from Jojo Moyes and Marianne Keyes and US Today, Australian Woman's Daily, People Magazine, Marie Claire, pretty much anyone that exists have said that this book is fantastic. So that's why it's on the front of the cover for now, until the real cover is revealed. But this is pretty awesome. I like all the different coloured pebbles. I love Liane Moriarty. I did not like the last book of hers I read, which was, what was it called? Truly Madly Guilty. It just seemed really thick, and like I didn't understand why I was reading it. It didn't really seem to be going anywhere, but I have loved some of her other books, such as Big Little Lies, Husband's Secret. I just really hope that this is back on track with the books of hers that I used to love. 9 severely stressed out city dwellers go to this awesome resort where they can get hot stone massages and just kind of revitalize with themselves. So this woman, I think it's like the owner of the resort or something, she's watching them and she really wants to help them. But these 9 strangers have no idea what is about to happen when they enter this resort. So, I don't know, it sounds very basic like that, but that's all I know about this book. And I do love Liane Moriarty's writing, and I just hope that this one, like Big Little Lies and The Husband's Secret, has some kind of big shocking twist or really like gut-wrenching message for me, because Truly Madly Guilty just didn't really whack that nail on the head for me like it did with the others. But I have high hopes for this and I'm really looking forward to it. Hatchet Australia then sent me a book that I've already read some time ago now, but I just started watching the HBO TV series and it's fantastic, and that is none other than Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Now, I am not normally one to like the movie adaptation as the cover in a book, but I think this is so beautifully done. I really enjoyed it. And hey, Amy Adams in this role in Sharp Objects is brilliant. I don't care what anyone else says. I think she is top notch. I think the show, if you haven't read this book, the show could potentially be a very slow paced and a bit boring for you, but as a reader of hers and someone that really enjoys her writing and read this book and loved it, I see what's happening with the HBO show. I've only seen the first 2 episodes so far, and it's very slow paced, but it takes you on a really slow, atmospheric and dark journey into who she is as a character, and I just love it. I think that it is absolutely brilliant, artistic and phenomenal. It's about this girl called Camille who is a journalist. She's from this small town and she hasn't been back in years. Some kind of murder happens, so she's got to come back home for the first time in ages to cover this story. She has to get reacquainted with her very distant mother and her strange half-stepsister who she barely knows. Soon enough, Camille realizes that she has to unravel her memories from her own past before she can escape this town and uncover what happened in this murder. And it's fantastic. I love Gillian Flynn. She is one of my favourite authors. She always will be. I'm so excited for whatever she's going to bring up next, whether it be, what was it, like, it wasn't Macbeth. I'm sure she had some kind of a retelling in the works. Why don't I know this? Lastly, I got a book called The Natural Areas of Queensland. This one was just kind of a book that fell into my lap. I was walking through the stores with my partner and we saw this guy. He looked so glum and sad, and he was sitting at this table outside a bookshop and he had all these books next to him and he wasn't talking to anyone. So we kind of went up, and Mark and I really want to go on a road trip very soon. That's why we got this beautiful new car of ours, like that's a 4x4 and big enough to let us sleep in and stuff. And we want to go and have a few months off and explore Australia. So This book is about all the amazing things you can see in Queensland, Australia, and the author got into a lovely big conversation with us. He signed it for us, and I haven't gotten into it yet, but it looks fantastic. And yeah, I'm just really excited to give it a go. I mean, it gives you all sorts of birds you can see, you know. One thing I didn't realise about Australia when I moved here is that there are so many beautiful parrots and things that are just flying around, you know. Like, you don't get that in South Africa, or where I'm from anyway, that, you know, Cape Town and Knysna. You don't get just parrots and ringnets and all that just flying around and just like chilling out with you, and the kookaburras and stuff. It's really beautiful. So there's a lot about Australia that I just didn't know, and I think that it would be so beneficial for everyone to just get a book like this. I mean, and this guy, he just seems so like passionate about his travels and what he saw. And yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot of bookmarks throughout this book so that we can go and explore the beautiful country of Australia together. So that's my little mini book haul for you today, and my update on my life and my podcast. I'll leave all the links for my podcast in the description down below, so please go and support us. We are on Patreon. We are asking for as little as $2 a month if you want to support us. We would be so overly grateful. You have no idea what it would mean to us to make our dream in life of working with books for a living become reality. It means so much to me. It's my biggest passion. So yeah, thank you so much and have a good day. Bye!